but I think generally the feeling has been pretty good with the kids. They just want to get going. Well, for the most part, I'm sure there's still a few that are clinging onto mom's leg this morning and doesn't want to let go. Saying, Mama, I don't want to go. So good luck there. I think there's something beautiful that's happening this weekend. We can't wait to talk more about it. In the studio with me this morning is a voice you will recognize immediately, and the name you know well is Pastor Thando Melnae from Destined for Greatness Ministries. He's a senior pastor there. Pastor Melnae, like having you with us. All the best for this brand new year.
Yeah. Good morning to listeners and good morning to you, Brad. What a new year.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this.
What a new year.
Your ministry, your church, rearing to go also. I'm sure you've got some big plans for this year.
Yep. We have some big plans this year, starting with the one that is happening on Sunday. We think it is a big plan and an awesome thing.
Before we even get into the details of what's happening on Sunday, I'm loving this concept. We're saying those people who are educating our children, young children, adult children, even those educators that are taking care of even the adults who are interested in learning more and growing in their careers and their understanding of the world, they serve a massive purpose. And let's focus on honoring them. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful idea.
It is awesome. Besides, there's now so much at stake. I don't know whether people are aware that over the last 4 years, the Department of Education has lost 30,000 teachers.
Wow.
Which means they are losing annually around about 6,000 teachers into the system. And by 2030, half of the current teaching staff would have retired.
Wow.
So it means we're sitting in a serious problem, and then not only that, but teachers are retiring because of workload, the environment that they are working in, and some because of what they are encountering psychologically into that, and so there is a big need, and if we are not paying careful and intentional effort into it, what we're going to experience is that the country is not going to grow economically, it's not going to grow in every facet of it, because these people are in the cold front of giving us human resources that is of worthy. Any country, it is not judged by the resources it has, because whatever resource gets depleted, it is judged by the level of education of its people. So teachers are in the cold front of giving us skills. And what are we doing as a citizenry? We are beating the cow to give us milk without taking the cow into greener pastures.
Yeah, well said. I can't help but think of how we can be so quickly as parents, the teacher's fault, or this didn't go well with our children, or the teacher's responsible. We don't even understand the pressure they must be under in some school, sitting with 40, 50 kids in a classroom, and parents have these massive expectations of individual human beings that also have their own pressures and their own lives that they need to deal with. And are we covering them in prayer? Do we understand the enormity of their responsibility? And are we laying them at the foot of Jesus, at the feet of Jesus, to deal with the massive needs that they have? You've mentioned the psychological needs. The pressure is immense.
Yeah. You see, only yesterday I was with teachers and I asked them, when last did you get an affirmation from the parent? And they were like, what? Seriously? Over the last 5 years? And they said, we don't know that. We only see parents when they have complaint and or a grievance against us. And I guess for anyone, that is so discouraging. And we have this service dedicated to praying for teachers. It is Bishop Tutu says, prayer is availing yourself for action. Okay? So prayer is the greatest thing that can fuel your actions and your thoughts.
Yeah.
And so we want to bless and to speak life into the lives of the teachers. We do so much for our children, but there's a need now to focus. And I'm not only saying that should be done in our church. Every church
Agreed.
should be doing that. Take it beyond that. Let's get into a fashion. Let's normalize being a blessing to teachers and affirming them. Do you, as a parent, at least once a week, pray for the teacher that is teaching your child? Remember, this person has got a huge influence
Massive.
of breaking or building your child. So you must spend all of your time affirming this particular person, writing a WhatsApp, buying a lunch bar for a teacher and saying, look, I appreciate what you are doing. Why don't you get together as the parents in that class, or initiate and lead as a child of God the affirmation of speaking life and of speaking good things upon the teacher's life. And so what I'm also saying is that let it be fashionable. Let's normalize. Let it be a standard. The affirmation of teachers. Let it be a standard that will be leading as children of God in terms of affirming teachers. It is Josh McDowell who used to say, you are not worth to criticize someone unless you have affirmed that particular person. And so God is calling us, and in this time, to lead as a church. How many, I say to pastors, how many schools that are surrounding you? We're complaining that we're not allowed to go and preach the gospel in schools. It's not true. It's that we are not creative in listening to God. I say to pastors, go to a school and make an appointment with the principal and say to the principal, I'm not here to ask you for anything. Besides, I'm saying, how are you? And I want to pray with you.
Wow.
And see the relationship that you will develop between you and the principal. And that will create a door for you to minister to the school. Otherwise, if you come outside the school, they don't know you, and you want to say, you come and say you want to preach, the likelihood of them allowing you to do so is next to zilch. But if you develop a relationship with the principal and the staff, you develop a relationship and say to him, I want to do the same thing that I'm doing to you, to your staff. And now the circle is getting bigger of influence into that. And so we are praying on this 18th Sunday, this 18th Sunday, we want to charge the people of God, charge society into saying we are sitting with a problem. If we're losing 6,000 teachers into the system because they're saying, I'm overwhelmed. I don't feel satisfied in what I am doing. I'm losing myself. Isn't the gospel the good news?
Hey. Wow, Pastor Melnae, that's powerful. So you heard him mention the 18th of this month.
Yes.
It's happening at Cape Town High School. That's where they're getting together as Destined for Greatness Ministries from 9 in the morning till 11 o'clock. And that's at 100 Hatfield Road in Gardens in Cape Town. We literally only have 3 more minutes together, Pastor Melnae, but Mr. Michael Mavovana is the guest speaker.
Yes.
Introduce us to him.
Michael Mavovana is a teacher, an educationist of note.
Okay.
He comes from the backside of our city, but he has been holistically and even with results doing so well. The level of the school, the discipline of his school, the influence that he has amongst the educationists, the teachers, the things that he does with the kids. People come all over the world to support the school, the exchange programs that he has, and he is a child of God.
Amazing.
And so we want to expose educationists and say, even if it can be bad, God can do mighty and great things through you as a person. It just takes one person to believe in the God who does great things and live in that greatness.
Yeah.
So that's just him. We're looking forward to this 18th, this Sunday.
Yeah, so make your way there to Cape Town High School. That's in 100 Hatfield Road in Gardens. That's where Destined for Greatness are meeting for this very special Prayer for Educators worship service. But I think what's also important is if you're in the area, get there, be part of it, but also upskill yourself and saying, okay, this is how we can pray. This is how we can learn from Pastor Thando and others. This is how we can pray, and let's pay it forward. Let's take it to our own churches. Let's take it to our workplaces where we are parents working together. And let's get behind those teachers, because we're very quick to complain. You heard what Pastor Thando says there. We're not quick to go in there and bless and thank and acknowledge and uplift. And let's see if we can change the atmosphere in the classroom by our prayer. We can see the pass rates increase. We can see discipline improve in schools. The answer lies with us as believers in Jesus and the power of God, but it's up to us to make a move and to do something. And we can learn so much. So make your way there this coming Sunday. Pastor Melnae, always a pleasure seeing you and having you on the show.
Yeah. Bless you, Brett. See you guys on Sunday. Let's affirm teachers. Let's be a blessing to teachers. Most above all, let's charge them through prayer into great